Hello everybody, welcome to Josh Dell'Aria's Musical Escapades. My name's Josh Dell'Aria, and I know I told you guys that I was going to try to get a bunch more 2019 songs going here, and I do have people lined up to put on there, but I'm trying to get in touch with them by email, and so far none of them have responded yet, but I've only given them a few days, so I want to give them a little bit more time to see if they'd respond back to me to make sure that, I'm okay playing their music, all that type of stuff. But in the meantime, there have been a couple of things in music that I've been kind of reflecting about and haven't really had the opportunity to talk about them too much since I've been trying to find as much 2019 music as I can in the last several weeks, and then trying to rally a lot of that up these last couple weeks in terms of getting that all squared away and trying to feature the music for you guys. But since I have the opportunity to step away from that for a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and do this video now. So today, I'm going to tell you guys the story of Kasey Anderson, K-A-S-E-Y, and I'm not going to feature his music, but I honestly, it's such a tragic case, but it bears so many lessons, I think, for so many musicians, and just kind of like how you should go about carrying yourself when it comes to your own music, and when it comes to kind of like taking on or like implementing other people's music. So I first heard of Kasey back in 2011 when he released his album Heart of a Dog, and I picked up his song Exit Ghost from that album, and the song actually eventually wound up becoming the #1 song of the year, and he was also on track to have a top 20 caliber song, I guess I can say, top 20 nominee in 2013, I think it was, with Nowhere Nights. But that year, I had gone to look up more stuff about Kasey, and I found an article where it showed that he apparently went to jail for wire fraud. I guess what had happened was that he tried to pass off that 2011 album as like a set of Bruce Springsteen songs or something like that. And of course, when people got the album, they obviously realized it was not Bruce Springsteen songs. So that's what he got in trouble for. Now, I'm definitely not one of the biggest Bruce Springsteen fans out there. I obviously do have to give the guy credit for his ability to draw some amazing crowds and his desire really to get deeply involved in his music, and I think that's amazing. But I do definitely have to say that Kasey Anderson is far and away better, or was, I should say, far and away better than Bruce Springsteen, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure that if any Bruce Springsteen fans actually heard of Kasey Anderson, they probably would have adored his music. But I think one of the most tragic things about what Kasey did, is that I think he just didn't really see the value of his own music, and just how deep and intense and wonderful it was. See, I think on many occasions, musicians kind of get wrapped up in this idea that because their music's not making money for them right at this instant, they're not really, it's obviously true that they need money to pay for regular expenses like food and place to live and all that sort of stuff. But at the same time, I find so often that people get so wrapped up in that kind of money aspect of things that like it's possible that musicians can think, well, my music right now is just not making me money, but if I did blankety blank other thing, then maybe that might. And that line of thought can make it really easy for a musician to justify partaking in an immoral act such as that. So unfortunately, because of that action that Kasey took, I did actually have to strip him of his #1 song when he was there. So it is obviously no longer my #1 song of 2011. But my whole point in bringing this story up to all of you is to say that I really think that no matter who you are, your music's probably better than you think it is. And in all honesty, if I were looking at my own music, like I'd want to judge it by how good it sounds rather than how much money it actually makes. Because, well, I mean, as much as I hate this, like music is still not a meritocracy, although I really think it should be. But at this point, it may not, all I'm trying to say is that it may not necessarily be true that the best music makes the most money at this point. And this is why I stand very firmly with a lot of these musicians that don't get a lot of recognition, but their music just sounds phenomenal. And I obviously wish that there was a way that they could get more recognition. I hope that I'm, at least in part, providing it by a lot of these videos. That's also why I listen to almost anything, because I have no idea what somebody's going to sound like until I've actually heard them. So if you're in a position like this and you don't know for sure whether your music is like really good or not good at all, you can come share it with me. You can always email me here at joshdell'Ariasmusicalescapades@gmail.com, or share it with me on Facebook, facebook.com/JoshD'sMusicalEscapades, or you can put it in the comments below. And 100% I'm gonna listen to it. And if it's terrible, I'll tell you. And I can tell you how to improve and all that sort of stuff. And if it's great, I'll tell you that too. So I would be really happy to listen to everybody's music. And if you're not a musician watching this, come along and share this with your friends so that they can share it with anybody who might be making music. And you never know, you could be giving them just the leg up that they need. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, go make great music, everybody.